What's up guys, I'm DK Wrestler, and in today's video we're going to be showing off our haul portion from the Niagara Toys and Collectibles show, so let's get right to it. So I thought I would do the intro for this, considering that I will be completely honest, I actually did not get anything while we were at the toy show, and it's unfortunate because there is one item I was eyeing out, and actually MD snagged that item before I could buy it, but nonetheless, I mean, MD did pick up quite a bit of stuff, whether it is Funko related or not, but nonetheless, let's go right to MD Shady, where he'll show off everything that he had gotten as turns to this toy show, including a random obscure item to actually kick it off. So take it away, MD.
Alright, so now we are back home from the toy show, and honestly, it was a great time. It was a good show. There wasn't too much stuff there. Me and DK both did pretty good on offloading some unwanted pops and making some money and being able to afford some more stuff to show you guys. So I didn't buy a ton of stuff. I didn't really plan on that. I have a trip coming up that I kind of wanted to save towards, so I kind of wanted to make some money today and not just get rid of everything that I got. But that being said, I did get some items, so let's check them out. So at first when we got to the show, we weren't sure exactly where our tables were because they didn't actually have like a floor plan that you could look at. So we finally found our tables, and the guy who was running the show realized that he shorted us one table because I bought two tables and DK bought one table. So I had to go find myself a table, and thankfully there was someone at the show that I knew, and he's like, hey, come with me to this back room, I can get you a table. So we went there, but on the way there, I like walked up the like stage, I guess it is, and I seen the back of this certain booth where they had this item, and when I seen it, I knew it was an Instacop. I needed to have this in my collection. And that item is this WWF cardboard standee of the Rated R Superstar Edge. Of course, I said WWF from 2001. If you guys don't know, Adam Copeland, the Rated R Superstar Edge, is my favorite wrestler of all time. So when I seen this, I was like, no freaking way. I need to ask how much that is. So I asked the guy. I was prepared for like $30 max is kind of the number in my head, and he said 10 bucks. I said, okay, we'll do 10 bucks. That's awesome. It does have a little bit of a fold in the middle, but that's fine. I could put something on the back to kind of support it and hang this up maybe somewhere, maybe in the pool room downstairs. I think this would look cool down there. And then actually from that same booth later on in the day, I picked up this, what is this one called? The Gift of the Mogwai, Gremlins Story 1. So if you guys don't know what this is, it's basically a book from the Gremlins, and it also has a 45 in here. I'm not going to pull it out. Oh, there we go. Okay. And it has a 45 in here that you can play while you read the book. I think it just basically says what the story is. So that's really cool. And I see how there's 5 on the back here. I'm pretty sure this is the only one I didn't have. And it was only 5 bucks. That's a good deal. I've definitely spent like 10 bucks before on some of these. So I have 6 in total now, so I feel like I have all 5 of this set for sure. Then before the show started, I was talking to this lady who had a booth, and she had some Funko t-shirts. She had a ton of enamel pins that were really cool. She had Gremlins ones. I probably should have bought one of those, but ultimately I ended up just buying a gibbet for my Crocs, and if you can see that, it is Gengar, and they were only $1 each. They're obviously fake or like made in China or whatever, but it's still my boy Gengar, and I do have multiple pairs of Crocs now, so this will definitely go on one of them. While we were at the show, we also obtained these stickers. DK and I each got one for Kuya's collectible show. He was selling these for $1 a piece, but because he knows us, he said, hey, I got a couple stickers for you guys. So that was really cool because I kind of wanted to buy one of these. Another item that I found, which I thought was really, really cool. It's an item that I've been actually kind of on the lookout for the past couple years, and I found it for a really great price. That is the baby Sinclair plush, plus I guess he's got a plastic head, and it is pull string. So I was super excited to see this at the show. I've been wanting one of these for quite some time now, and I was very scared to ask how much this was because they're not cheap nowadays, especially if you can get them in the box. But I asked the lady and she said 60 bucks, and I offered her 40 bucks and she said no. Understandably, 40 bucks is kind of cheap for this. This is a really cool item. So she came back with 50, and yes, of course I was going to pay 50, and she actually had a sticker on it for 65. So I don't know why she told me 60 earlier on in the day, but either way, for 50 bucks, I got myself a baby Sinclair, and the pull string actually works. And then as I was checking out Darnum's booth, you guys have seen Darnum's booth before in other pop videos or pop hunts that we've done at some different toy shows. I found a couple of WWE Elite figures that I knew I had to have for my collection. Two figures that I've actually been like most wanting, and so I was really excited to see them. And those two figures are the first one being Solo Sikoa, part of the Bloodline. This is awesome. I didn't really expect Darnum to have this right away because it is a fairly new figure at Series 104, and I think 106 is the series that's in stores right now. So for Canada, this is really cool to see this, and definitely a not bad set if you want to take a look at some of the other figures that you can get in this set. But I do think the highlight is Solo with the first time in the line. This is his first Mattel figure, I believe, and it is an Elite, and this thing looks pretty great. And then the second figure that I got, I actually didn't see when I was looking at Darnum's booth. I kind of did a glance over and I was like, oh, okay, Solo, I'll probably buy that. So when I told DK about it, he said, well, did you see this figure at his booth? And I was like, no way. So I knew I had to go back, and that is the Ring General Gunther. This is awesome. Again, this is another figure that you don't really see on shelves. I mean, if you look at the back of the box here, we have Edge, got that figure. We have Austin Theory, I have that figure. Gunther, never seen it in stores. Sami Zayn, I've seen in stores. Commissioner Foley, I've seen in stores. And Rhea Ripley is also pretty hard to find. But Gunther being the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion in the world and still holding that title. Yeah, you don't really see this thing in stores at all, so I definitely knew I had to get it from Darnum, and he actually gave me $5 off for buying two figures, so that's really cool. But let's get right into the pops. I actually only bought two pops today, but before we get on to those two Funko Pops, I want to show off the stickers that I purchased. So the first sticker that I grabbed out of that set was the Psyduck, and of course he is in pop form, and this is great. These look so cool, really good quality. So for the price, you can't really go wrong, and you don't really see people printing off stickers of Funko Pop, so it's kind of neat. Then next we have Goofy. This is a pretty cool one. I was looking through the Disney, and I figured that was kind of the best one for me. Then we got Chewbacca, my favorite character from Star Wars, so I knew I had to have this one. Though the pops are kind of mediocre in my opinion, this is still a cool sticker. We have the Charmander sticker, and I didn't actually buy this for myself. I bought this because I figured DK could probably use one of these stickers, and I know he likes Charizard, so Charmander's gonna have to do. Then the next one that I got was the Fiend Bray Wyatt. This one is awesome. The Fiend Pop is so amazing, and I was glad that they had one of these stickers because that thing's just wicked. Definitely going on my sticker door. And then if you can actually see it in the video, we got John Cena. And I was feeling pretty Uso, so I got both of the Uso stickers. These are pretty sweet. I might end up giving one of these to my coworker Liam because we talk about the Usos quite often, so I feel like it'd be cool if we each had one of these because they're pretty neat. And then lastly, we got the Blacklight Casey Jones. This is really awesome. When I seen this, I knew I had to get this one as well. It's Blacklight and Casey Jones, two things that I love. So the first pop that I'm gonna show off is actually the last pop that I bought. I had basically packed up all of my booth, and then I noticed that Darnum had some of that booth still there, and I could kind of see a pop that I'd been looking at throughout the show, but it was just a little bit too high, not really a price I wanted to pay. So I went over and I offered him an alternate price. And that pop is the 2022? Yeah, the 2022 Fall Convention, New York Comic Con, Steve with the handy dandy notebook. And as you can see, he did have a price of $40 on this, but it was the end of the show. He had most of his things already packed up, so I offered $30, and he said, yeah, let's do it. So I thought $30 was a good deal for a pop that I knew I wanted for my collection. I do have the flocked blue, so this will go hand in hand with that very, very well. And then the last item for this haul, and arguably the coolest item, I was really excited about this, and I didn't know that DK actually had seen it, and he was kind of like scouting it throughout the show. I didn't know that he wanted to buy it by the end of the show, but I did pick up the flocked and glow-in-the-dark Kuribo from Yu-Gi-Oh! Exclusive to AAA Anime, but of course it does have that special edition sticker, which is a little bit unfortunate, but at the same time, I don't really care. I ended up paying $25 for this, which is what it was listed at, and honestly, that's a really good deal, because when I got the common Kuribo, I think that one was like $16.99 or whatever it ends up being. So for $25 for flocked and glow-in-the-dark, this is my first ever pop that is flocked and glow-in-the-dark, two of my favorite specifications for pops. I knew I had to have this, and it's also a dual monster that I really, really wanted to see in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Wave of pops, so super excited about this. and now I have all of the pops that you can get from this lineup. So I only bought 2 pops today, but honestly, that's fine. I don't have a ton of room to put a bunch of pops if I see ones that are pretty cool that I want. Sometimes I have to make sure that I'm just buying some of the needs, and Steve and Kubo definitely were needs, so I'm pretty dang excited about those pickups. But anyways, guys, that's all the time I have for this video. If you liked the video, don't forget to smash the like button, leave a comment in the comment section down below, and don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. But anyways, guys, I'm out of here. Peace in, peace out.